We're gonna make this come to life.
Do you think you'd actually wear that?
No. We'll see though. I'm being so for real with you guys. I really don't have much of a plan. Oh my gosh, bruh. I did forget. No.
Whoa! Like, I don't think I could have turned it any better.
Hello friends and welcome to today's video. I am very excited for this video because I've never done something like this before and I've been wanting to do more fun and creative videos and this one has been at the top of my list. So I'm very excited for it. Plus, as you could see by the title and the thumbnail, we're gonna have a special guest in this video. He actually doesn't even know what's going on yet. So come. Oh, he's so nervous. My boyfriend Alex is gonna be the star of this video. Okay, not the star, but you're gonna be helping me out. And do you have any guesses what you're gonna be doing?
I'm guessing something craft related.
We're gonna get straight into this video and tell Alex what he's doing. Get ready. It's not that. You are gonna be a designer.
Ooh.
You're gonna design whatever you want and I'm gonna make it come to life. I'm gonna crochet it.
Oh.
You can draw, sketch, you know, write your ideas and then throughout the next however long it takes me, I will try my very best to recreate it.
So I have one idea so far. Hear me out. Glasses, chain, a crochet. You can't see it. Find a better picture. Oh, these are all crazy looking. Yeah. Crocheting the glasses chain. I don't know. Pretty cool, pretty unique. This is what I have so far. As you can see, I'm an artist. Oh, well, you can't see. Yeah, you can't see. I don't know how to do this. Well, you'll have to trust me. There you go. I don't know if you can do that with crochet, if you can put like flowers or like butterflies or, you know, little cute little things in it. It'll connect. Yeah, a little librarian, you know, a little librarian coded, a little, you know, old lady core. But I don't know, I think it's unique. I think it'll be cool. But I feel like it's too small. That's not enough. So I'm gonna try and think of at least one other thing. I'm just wondering if, like, I don't know how hard this is supposed to be. Let's do... I don't know. I want to have pockets. I don't know if she's ever crocheted a zip-up hoodie. Can you add a zipper on a crochet stuff? I'm sure you can, right? I don't know if she's ever done that. A zippered crocheted hoodie. But is that too plain and lame? I can never make it with crazy colors. I could, like, crochet a picture of us on that. Seems too hard. Let's do... What should we do? Haribo gummy hearts. Pretty good. Some inspo. Zip up? Like something zip up? She hasn't done a zip up. Quarter zip. She's not gonna wear a quarter zip. What am I saying? She's not gonna wear a quarter zip. I just thought of something. But it's kind of outrageous. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if she's gonna go for it. I don't know if it's not gonna look good. But I was thinking like a crochet utility vest. Like, you know, like a fishing vest, which has like pockets for hooks and, like, you know, whatever else you need for fishing hooks and bait, or, you know, places to like stick your rod. What if it was like a vest that had like a spot for your crochet hook? Had like a little thing sticking out so you can put your yarn on, and it like spools as you crochet. And it's like spooling, or spots for like your little hooks and just like everything you need on the vest, like a bunch of pockets and little areas for all your crochet equipment. But that's kind of ridiculous, you know. I think that's gonna be really hard to make. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give her 3 options and I'll let her pick. I'm gonna say the glasses with the chain, utility jacket, or the zip up. I've just been turning the camera off and back on and hitting record. I hope it's not messing up anything, Melanie. I hope that is the correct way to do this. There's like a tracking thing on here, it says. I don't know if that's supposed to be on there. This is where I'm at currently with the crochet utility vest. So far, up here, we've got little slots to put the hooks in. Here, we have 2 reinforced sort of holes or entry points. There'll be holes here, right here and right here on it, where you can hook something through so you can hang a ball of yarn. That'll be really useful and really good because you'll be able to, when you're crocheting, your yarn won't just be falling all over the place and things like that. It'll be just snug right there attached to you, and you can just boom, 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 boom. It'll just, and then we've got one pocket down here. Still working, trying to think of other things to add to the utility vest. Comment down below things that you would want in your crochet utility vest.
Hey guys, so I'm currently in the other room editing and waiting for Alex to come up with something. I'm kind of wondering if I should have like narrowed down the article because I kind of told him it could be anything, and I'm wondering if that was a little too open-ended because I don't know what I would even design if I was asked this. But I'm excited to see what he comes up with. I think he's freaking out a little bit.
So right now I'm digging through Melanie's crochet bag to see what tools she has that might tape measure. We need a spot for a tape measure on this thing. That's pretty good. No tape measure spot in the, that's too much. That's doing too much. Let's see, a spot where we can, well, this is knitting. This is different, I think. I think this is knitting. Needles and hooks. Maybe just more pockets? Oh, a bunch of little stuff. A bunch of like, what are those called? Bookends? Not bookends, she called them. It's been a while, but I think I finished it. I've got it. I made 3 things, and I'm gonna go for the option of making either 1 or 2 of these items. Because first we have this one, right? We've already talked about this. So this is the crochet glasses chain, and we've got a little bit of pictures, or little, you know, butterflies, flowers, you know, things like that. Looks like a garden, but it's unique, it's cool. Will be too quick and not enough, maybe. I thought that was a little bit small. I said, okay, option 2, the crochet utility vest. Fishing vest, but crochet. So what we have here is, this is the crochet utility vest. So up here, we have little slots where she can put her crochet hooks, knitting needles, whatever she needs. These are reinforced holes that are going into this nice green, kind of like a puffy-ish little oversized vest, where you can hang your yarn. You can hang it on your vest and you can use it while it's hanging there too. White buttons, thought that was nice. And then 2 pockets on this side, right? Because I want to counterweight it. Because if you have all the weight on this side with these balls of yarn, you're gonna want the pockets over here to, you know, help, you know, because those are gonna be full of crafting things, crafting items in there. So the thing with this is, I don't think she'll like it. I think it'll be hard to make, and I don't think she'll wear it. So I'm giving her option. And so I kind of just went off the rail. Here's my thought process. Zipper putty, oversized zipper putty. They're cool, they're in, you know, Brandy Melville's got them, everybody likes them. Crochet, we need something additional to it. So I was looking at the stuff that we have. This blanket here, I really like. It's a quilted blanket. I really like the quilts, the patches, the squares, we're gonna call them. I think it's very cool. So I thought, why not this? It's a zipper putty. So that's what I was envisioning. Here's my sketch, but then I realized too, this also might be quite ugly. Obviously very rough sketch, but I'm thinking sort of like a, almost exact replica of that blanket I just showed you. Kind of like a off-white base, and then just patches of different colors along it. And that squiggle in the middle, that's the zipper. And then a patch on each side of the hood, and then on the back, more colorful patches. Granny squares, that's what they're called, granny squares. I think that's what they're called, more colorful granny squares. I also think that this is gonna be really hard to make. All right, Melanie. Oh, Melanie.
Are you filming? You should see the way I'm holding the camera on the entire tripod. I'm ready.
I think you won't like any of them.
What do you mean?
Oh, shoot, okay. Okay, so here's what we did. We made 3 things.
They helped you?
Because one of them just was, my original idea felt a little too simple, so then I wanted to give you some options because frankly, I don't know if you're gonna like any of them, and they all seem a little bit hard to make. So you can make 1 or 2, or if you fall in love with it, make 3. This is the first thing.
Okay, I'm scared.
So this is crochet glasses chain.
Oh!
Crochet glasses chain.
I have glasses.
Right, and then it's kind of like...
It's cute!
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
cute!
Good job, good job, you're right. I haven't made that.
You have the green, it'd become like a garden. and then I don't know if this is possible, but you could put like a flower on it, and then you could put like a butterfly.
That's cute.
That's cute?
That's cute. Good job.
Okay. All right, good, good.
You thought I was gonna hate it, huh?
Next
I was gonna
up.
bash on it or something.
Next up.
Okay.
Crochet utility jacket, utility vest. So it's like a fishing vest, but it's for crocheting. So here, right, you have slots for your hooks, and then over here you have reinforced holes where you can hang your yarn from, so that when you're crocheting or knitting,
I like this.
it doesn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it'll
roll
hold
away.
my
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
And
This
then-
is also really good. Oh my gosh, I was wondering.
She's saying that for the camera.
No, because you were. How long have you been
She's saying that
drawing
for the
out here?
A
Hour?
long time. I don't know.
I was
A long
wondering.
time.
These are good. I like this
Long
one
time.
too.
Actually?
Yeah.
I thought this would be kind of hard. They have these loops here. It's like a big baggy vest.
So this is.
And then
this is to hold the
So
hooks.
these are to hold the hooks.
Oh, to hold
Little
the
slots
hooks.
to hold the hooks, and then these are just pockets. Put like whatever like loose things in them, like you know those little like hook things that you have.
Stitch markers.
The stitch markers.
Yeah.
The stitch markers.
Yeah.
Things
I
like that.
This is good.
You put them over here, and the weight balances out with the yarn over here.
That's smart. That's smart.
Okay, and the last one is, and this was the safe choice. Okay, so it's a patchwork zip up.
That's cute too.
So it would be like a zip up.
Squares?
Yeah, it's granny squares.
Is this the hood?
May or may not have gotten inspiration from that blanket right there.
Would want it to be like that blanket.
Well, it ended up being that because I was looking at that and I was like, oh, it looks so be a
I
zip
can
up.
tell. I can tell like granny squares.
Be a zip up hoodie.
Oh well, this is hard.
Zip up. Yeah, I thought it'd be hard.
Well, no, it's hard because you gave me 3 good ideas.
Oh.
I don't know which one to do.
Really? You like them?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Really?
Yeah, I'm glad.
Well, this is cool. This is like I have stuff like this saved that I've been wanting to do.
Really? Because
Yeah.
you don't have a zip up, a crocheted zip up. I don't know if you can attach
That's
a zipper.
true. Yeah, you can sew it. How
So
many
you could do
shoes?
1, 2, whatever.
I think I'm only gonna be able to do 1 in this video. How should I do it? Should you choose? Should I choose?
You choose.
Should I
give you 3 options.
Should I have Instagram choose? What?
I'm just thinking, I'm imagining you just putting this picture on Instagram.
Well,
Should I make this?
That's why it's a challenge.
And they're gonna be like, What are you thinking right now? Where's your head at?
Which one do you think I'm thinking?
Should we say on 3?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Vest.
Glasses. Oh, the vest. Really?
I think we're gonna do the vest.
Oh, I'm excited. That's an exciting one. That's a challenge.
Yeah.
That's a challenge. Are you up
The
for that?
challenge.
Are you up for the challenge?
This is the challenge, guys. This is the challenge. This work
That's
of
a
art.
big challenge.
We're gonna make this come to life.
Do you think you'd actually wear that?
No. We'll see though. I guess it depends how it turns out. Maybe I'll wear it while I crochet.
I don't think you'd wear it.
Okay, well we'll see. Thank you for your hard work.
I'll be selling the
see.
pattern, guys. I made the pattern. The pattern will be down below.
You've never seen a pattern before, huh? What
Just
a
made
crochet pattern looks like. Hopefully I'll have a really cool vest soon.
I'm excited.
Now it's my turn to be nervous. Okay.
Excited.
Hello guys, it's the next day. We're about to go yarn shopping. I did a little bit of Pinterest research last night to try and get some vest inspo, and I'm thinking I'm gonna look for like a chunkier yarn so that it'll be a little bit of a thicker, more durable kind of vest. We're just gonna see what Michaels has in stock. So I feel like I can't really decide until I see what's there. As for the pockets and everything, that's a whole nother thing. Buttons, I need to get buttons also. So let's go to Michaels, let's see what they have for us. Set on going with this Lines brand Full Ease yarn. I've used this before to knit a sweater, but I'm going to be crocheting for this. I'm just choosing between these 2 colors. I think I might like this color a little more, but I think this one's closer to the picture, so we're gonna go with this one. But now I'm just deciding how much yarn I should buy. There are like 5 of this one, so I'm like, should I just get it all? Because this estimates 7 balls for a sweater. I'm assuming that's for knitting though, and I know crocheting uses more yarn. Then I'm only making a vest, not a sweater, so maybe 5 balls would be right. I don't know. I feel like 5 is too much. I might get 4. I also realized I don't think I have a hook big enough for this yarn, so we're gonna pick up a hook too. I should have looked here first, because now I'm carrying so much yarn. Alex's design had 3 white buttons and 2 black ones, but the button selection here is really sparse. I don't know why it's all sold out. Okay, it's been decided. I'm gonna revisit the button thing later. It just wasn't right here. We're finally getting started on the vest today. We picked up all the yarn, literally all the yarn that they had in this color. So hopefully it'll be enough. I actually think it'll be too much, but I did in fact get 5 balls of this yarn. Yeah, looking at this now, I feel kind of crazy. That's a lot. Oh my gosh. It's in my grocery baggie, so it's covered in like onion skin now. Kind of nasty, but I also got this limey neon green also for the pockets. And I also got a US 13 or 9mm crochet hook. I don't think I've ever used a hook this big. So let's try it out. I'm being so for real with you guys. I really don't have much of a plan, but I don't know why. I kind of just have faith that this is gonna work out. I used to always pull the yarn from the outside, but now I'm a girl who pulls it from the inside, and it's been a game changer. It's actually been a really long time since I've crocheted too, so maybe I shouldn't have so much faith in myself. Okay, let's first pull up the reference photo. I'm actually really impressed with what he came up with. We're just gonna start off with the shape of the vest, and then we're gonna figure out all the stuff with like the buttons and the pockets later. I need to look through my button collection also, because I think I might have some stuff that can work since I couldn't find much at Michael's. We're gonna have to figure out this stuff, like the yarn holding compartments. That's a later problem. We're gonna be starting off just with the vest. I think I told you guys, I did a little Pinterest research and I found a couple different photos that I like, but I think this reference photo is going to be my closest bet. So I'm going to try to copy kind of the shape of this. And so the way I see it, we're going to have a back kind of rectangular panel that's only going to taper a little bit where the armholes would be. And then we're going to have 2 front panels that are both going to taper a little bit at different, I don't know what the word is, inclines here. But I kind of want to make a shape pretty similar to this. I'm going to start off with the back panel, which I think will be the simplest part. So I'm just going to start crocheting until it's the length I think I want the vest to be. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is some chunky yarn. This is also really crazy because my most recent project was crocheting with a tiny crochet hook, like a 1mm, which is the smallest crochet hook I've ever crocheted with. And this same week I'm crocheting with the biggest crochet hook I've ever crocheted with. So we're having a good mix this week. I love to see it. You guys are quickly gonna see what a type B crocheter I am. I crocheted 40 stitches and it seems like it'll be a good width for my vest. I'm not a form-fitting girl, so I'm gonna make it like a little bit looser. So I did 40. I chained 2 extra so that I could turn my work and start doing double crochets. And I think that's just what we're gonna be working with. Let's see. No, just kidding. I don't like how that's looking. Too holy. I think we're gonna try doing half double crochets then. Okay, I think that's much better. This is what we're gonna work with. So we're just gonna build with half double crochets. Good amount done. I think I'm gonna start decreasing a little bit on each side. This is gonna be the back panel, so as you can see it's gonna be pretty oversized, but I'm gonna start decreasing to prepare for the armholes. Guys, I'm just in my little crochet flow state. My whole ball of yarn has made probably over half of the back panel. Quite frankly, blowing my mind how fast this is coming together. Like, what do you mean? I might be able to finish, let's not get ahead of myself, but I might be able to get the shape of a vest somewhat done today, which is a miracle. Now, I didn't fully, actually not at all. I did not intend to make this as oversized as it appears it's gonna be, but I have one bright side to that, and that is maybe it'll fit Alex and then maybe he can wear it too, which to me is like bonus points, right? Also, on the note of me being a type B knitter, I've pivoted a little bit. As you can see, the decreases here have been very like, okay, there's gotta be a better word than steep. But like, I decreased it kind of like, I don't want to say too much, but maybe a little bit too much, but I'm not about to go back and redo it. So I am not decreasing anymore. I'm just going to go straight. And I think these are kind of just going to serve as like armpit decreases. I think it'll work out. I have a vision and now I need more yarn. How many more rows am I gonna need? Maybe like 3/4 of the way done right now, but it should be faster since I have decreased quite a bit. Hold up guys, we've made some pretty good progress on the bed. I think we have our back panel done. This is what it's looking like. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. That's my bed. It is very, very thick. Honestly, exactly what I was going for. I feel like it's been going pretty smoothly so far, down to like them having the right amount of yarn in the right color and this chunky one that I was liking. I also am kind of surprised that I like this yarn a lot more than I thought I was going to. Like there's a little variation in the green color, which I think adds to it. So I'm getting excited, but I think figuring out the sizing for the front panels might be a little bit more confusing, especially because like we went a little off track with the back for the armholes, but you know what? I have faith. I think that I know where we went wrong. I think instead of decreasing by 1 stitch every time that made it like really steep, I'm gonna do every other or every 2 rows to make it a little bit more, not such a extreme decrease like it is here. So I think that'll work out. I don't know. To be honest, but this is not too bad for 1 day of working on it. I think maybe I will have something to show Alex sooner. Hiding this from him is gonna be, you know, hard because I love talking about the projects that I'm working on, but my motivation is the reveal. I'm really excited to show him and I hope it looks exactly like what he envisioned. You guys should be proud of me because I already woven all the ends for the back piece. It's a pretty big deal for me. Now that I'm finished with the back panel, we're gonna be starting on the 2 front panels. I think I'm just going to start again from the base and build up and figure out the decreasing as we go, which might not be the smartest move, but I'm figuring I can just undo and redo stuff until it works. But I started with a chain of 40. So I'm going to do a chain of 20 for each panel for the left and right front panels. And I'm going to probably make this, I have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, make 10 rows without any decreasing. And then that's when we're gonna start to have to do some actual thinking. All right, I think it's time to start figuring out the decreases. Plan is to make this side decrease slowly to connect up to here. This side, I'm gonna build up straight a little longer and then make it a very sharp decrease because I kind of want it to be a low V for the vest. So here's the thing. We are starting to decrease. It's like kind of working, I think. I don't know. I'm a bit worried for when I have to connect stuff together. But I even made this little like math diagram that probably won't make sense to you. Barely makes any sense to me. But I tried to count the stitches and like figure out how much I need to decrease. But the biggest problem is that I want to decrease too much on both sides, but I don't want the strap of the vest to be like too narrow, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to use my decreases minimally so that it's not like a tank top vest, because I think that would look weird with how chunky this is. And I think what Alex envisioned was more of like, I think he called it a utility vest, but more of like a, yeah, I guess utility or kind of like fisherman's vest even. So I don't know. I honestly think it might take a couple times of doing this to get it right. So once I finish this panel, we may have to just anticipate having to redo it a couple times. But I mean, it works up so quick with this chunky yarn that like, can't even be mad about it. Okay, We have our first front panel done. It's gonna be this way. So this would be the collar. I'm gonna line it up on my back panel and see how it's looking. I'm a little bit doubtful that it's gonna fit right, but there's hope, there's hope. Also, I might have gotten way too much yarn because this only used, actually, I think I've only used 2 balls of yarn so far for one front panel and the back. So I might have bought way too much, which is okay. That was part of the plan. You know what? You know what? I actually think this looks amazing. I'm really proud of myself. I think this is exactly what I was going for. You know what? Frick, I need to start thinking about the buttons. I did not think about the buttons. I'm feeling so much better now that I figured out how I'm gonna do the front panel, and I'm just gonna replicate it for the other side. Probably gonna do that a different day because I did most of the mental work today. I'm proud of myself. I kind of feel like I could freaking write a pattern right now or something. Like that is kind of exactly what I was going for. I'm gonna do a quick look through my button drawer, but I feel so much better once I know like how I'm gonna do what I plan to do. I need to write this down. I'll write it down on my messy little sheet of paper. This is such good progress though. Like we almost have a whole vest. So I pulled out my little button drawer to see what I have in stock. I have these 2 cute packs of buttons from Daiso, but I'm looking for like small black buttons and then big chunkier white buttons. Stop. Okay, these aren't white, they're cream, but I think these are kind of perfect. And I have exactly 3 of them. Match made in heaven. This is perfect. This is what is gonna go on my vest, which is really good because I have to remember to make the holes for these. That's gonna be great. I'm so glad I looked. I almost didn't. Thing is, I'm not seeing any black buttons. Maybe I'll go with the black gingham ones in here. See if I have 2 of them. All right, I think these are the button choices. These little black gingham ones, and then these big chunky cream ones. I'm actually very excited about this. Hello guys. It has been a couple days since I've worked on this, so I'm a little bit nervous because I like wrote down instructions for myself, but to be quite honest, probably should have done both of the front panels on the same day so that I didn't forget how I did it, but it'll work out. So far, honestly, this has been working out much better than I even expected. Like I kind of had low expectations for myself and I've been impressed so far, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm going to work up the second panel for this vest, and I'm really hoping that we'll be able to assemble this today because that's when I think we'll really start to see this coming together. Ball of yarn is unfortunately non-existent. This is what I am walking around with. Okay, usually I don't have that much of a problem finding the end when I pull from the center, but this one clearly did not go so well. Guys. This is why I should have made the second panel immediately after. I totally forgot that I need to leave holes for the buttons. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to undo some of my work. Luckily, I didn't get that far. I did 2, 4, 6. Okay, well, I did 8 rows, but it's okay. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. The thing is, I don't even really fully know how, okay, wait. how to figure out where I'm gonna put the holes. And I don't really know how to do the holes, but buttons are usually on the right side, right? I don't know. Okay, the buttons are gonna be on the right side for me. So we're gonna have to see, wait. I think I might be okay. No, we are not gonna be okay. I'm gonna put some stitch markers or something. Yeah, I'll place stitch markers where I want the buttons to eventually go. So we're gonna have 3 buttons and I want them to be like evenly spaced, obviously. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have to undo most of my work. That's okay. All right, so I think this is where I'm gonna want my buttons to be. So I am gonna have to undo like more than half of my work to make a hole. I think I'm just gonna skip a half double crochet and do a chain instead so that there's a little hole. And I will check it to see if it's big enough to fit the button, but I think it will be. So let's fix this. Or I mean, we have our second panel finished. I think I'm going to patch these and try to get the buttons on today. I don't really know how I'm gonna do it yet. We'll figure it out as we go, as we do with most things. I've just been doing like a back loop single crochet in order to connect all my panels, and it's been working out great. We have one sleeve attached. I'm gonna weave in these ends and then we're gonna half try it on. Here we are with a half of a vest done. It's looking kind of cute, right? Oh, I was worried. I thought I did it backwards, but it was just inside out. This is not quite as rewarding as I thought it was going to be with only one side. But rewarding nonetheless. I'm glad the armhole is the right size, and not only the right size, but there's room if I'm going to wear it over like a hoodie or like a big shirt. I feel like it's going well. It's really heavy too. It's really warm, which is perfect because it's 70 degrees in California in the beginning of February. I'm so excited. We have finally seen this all together, and we have an actual vest. Are you kidding me? I think it's looking so good. So let's try it on. Oh my goodness. I am so impressed. What the heck? I feel like things don't usually work out for me when I like, you know, try to go crazy and freehand things on my own, but I think this might actually be the best a project has turned out so far. Like the length, how dense it is exactly what I was going for. Dare I say, I think it is looking pretty, don't want to say identical, but I feel like it's looking pretty good so far with the design that Alex has planned. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my 3 white buttons where I have it lined up. You can't see the holes here, but I promise I made holes and I tested that the button can fit through it. See, I'm so excited for the button. And to attach the buttons, I'm gonna use this like limey green that I got for the pockets, just so that the stitching will be matching. The moment is here. Oh my gosh, it's a real vest. So we're gonna have, I forgot which side, we're gonna have some pockets, we're gonna have some, I don't know how I'm gonna make it yet, but some kind of like cord to hold thread or yarn, which honestly, that warmed my heart. How thoughtful. That guy knows that I always have yarn with me or some kind of craft supplies. Oh, and we need another pocket to hold our crochet hooks. Like instead of a pen pocket, it's gonna be a hook pocket. I think we made some pretty good progress for today. We're gonna have to put a little thinking into the next steps for this. We are back at Michael's. Honestly, don't really know what I'm looking for. I'm thinking maybe some leather cord would be cool. Honestly, something like this. You know what? I think this might actually work better. Okay, this is what we're going with. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna make it work, but I just feel like we'll be able to make this work. You're so close to being done with this vest. We just have all the little attachments to add on to it. And so that's what we're gonna be figuring out today. I think adding the pockets is gonna be relatively simple. I'm just going to crochet little squares, but we also have to figure out this. I don't know if this was a mistake. I got this leather cord kit, and this is what I think I'm gonna use to make. Alex had like on one side it's pockets, right, and then the other side had a little mechanism to basically hold your yarn or your thread, and I think that this might work pretty well because I'm thinking even I can use these little clasps as the way to like open it up to like put the yarn through, if that makes sense, and then, you know, attach it to the vest that I already have. Otherwise, I don't really know how you do it unless you just like tie a knot in the back, or if it like circles around through the back, which I felt like would be annoying. So I'm hopeful that this will work out. I honestly don't really know how these, I've never used this before, the little like coily ones. I need to like look up a video or something. Spring coil end. Okay, so like scratch that. I try to look up how to use the coil ends and I literally don't know. I assume you would just like clasp it down. I don't know, but I actually have these and I actually know how to use these. You just clamp it over the cord and I think that might be more secure. So we're just gonna go with that. The plan is to make 2 matching ones on, what does he have on the design? On the right side of the vest. I'm kind of excited for this part. Honestly, I was like most nervous for this because I didn't know how to go about it. Now that I have a plan, I'm pretty excited for it. Now, do I think I'm actually going to use this part of the vest? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how it works once I make it. Okay, so I'm cutting 2 matching lengths of this leather cord. We are going to put these clasps on both sides. So we have our 2 cords and they now have, what are these even called? End clasps? I don't know. I literally cut off the top. They have these little end clasps. So now I can put jump rings on them and that's how I'm gonna attach it to the vest. Getting kind of crazy, right? All right, and so on both of them, I'm gonna attach to one side a little claspy thing too. Like this. I'm thinking this is how we're going to open up the cord so that you can thread, you know, a different yarn or a different thread onto it. Now that we have these, we're gonna attach it onto the vest. Okay, so we're doing it on the right side of the vest and let me look at my reference. One is gonna be kind of towards the top. Actually, yeah, kind of evenly spaced between the buttons. Okay. We're gonna start connecting it then with the jump ring. And I'm literally just putting the jump ring around a piece of yarn, I guess. Okay, edgy. You guys know it's time to test this out now. Can you see this? They have little clasps so that we can detach it. So let's test this out. These are gonna be my examples. This is so funny. Let's attach the second one. Oh my gosh. Is that not so funny? And it works. Let's see if I can grab a piece of this thread and if it's functional. Shut up, that's too good. Now if I have to roll it back though. Should I just leave these on here? All right, so our vest is certainly coming along. It's so funny. It really does look like a utility vest or like a fisherman's vest or something like that now. All we really have to add now are some pockets. On our design, we have 2 pockets that are identical and then a third pocket that's gonna be to hold crochet hooks. I think we're just gonna make little squares with this yarn. Probably keep up with the half double crochets. Have one pocket down. I was initially gonna make this like a little square with a flat pocket, but I actually made it kind of long, so I think this one is gonna be the perfect size to hold my crochet hooks. Finished my 5 different pieces that are gonna make 3 pockets. So I have these 2 which are identical and they kind of look like little envelopes. So they're gonna be the 2 mini pockets stacked on top of each other. And I have to attach the buttons still. Can't forget that. No. And then this one is gonna be for the crochet hooks. So it doesn't need a top or anything, but I am going to do stitches down the center so that it has a specific compartment for, I think it'll hold 3 crochet hooks. So let's get to assembling this on the vest. I think I'm going to start by adding the buttons to these ones so that I don't forget. Oh my gosh, bruh, I did forget because I didn't put a hole here. No. See, it was going so well. There's still a tiny sliver of hope. If the button is small enough to just go through my crochet, then maybe we don't have to redo it. You know what? It takes a little bit of pushing and maneuvering, but the button will be functional. It will go through here. For the life of me, I can't do buttons. No more buttons, please. Okay, I'm gonna add the buttons onto these so that I don't forget. We have our general placements down and I'm gonna start stitching all of them on. I think we're gonna start at the top with the crochet hook pocket and then we'll work our way down and see what we can do. Okay, we got one pocket down, but we have to test it out first. Ta-da! Isn't that so fun? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's add the 2 last pockets. Pockets have been assembled. This is what the pockets are looking like. Let's try this out for real. Look at that. I do feel like a little fisherman, crafting fisherman or something. Let's put some hooks in here too. Oh my goodness. This is her finished vest. I'm so excited to reveal it to Alex. I hope it lives up to his designer expectations. Hello guys, it is the moment. I have my finished vest here and we're finally gonna show it to Alex. We're gonna have the big reveal of his design coming to life. I'm kind of nervous but excited to see what he thinks. It's been a week and a half or so, I think, since he came up with his design. So I think it's about time. Let's put our finished vest on. I also have hooks in there and some yarn on there per his design. Okay, what do you think? Should we button it up for the reveal? In his picture, it's unbuttoned, so we're gonna leave it unbuttoned right now. Okay. Should your eyes be closed, maybe? Pause.
All right.
Okay, ready? Ta-da! Open the eyes.
Oh, whoa! It looks good.
Do you see this is your
wow. I can't believe you're actually able to do it.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my goodness. Have you tried it out yet? Does it work?
Oh, I haven't tried it out yet. I haven't made anything with like these.
Wow.
Does it look like what you had in mind?
Wow. It does. No, it's exactly what I'm...
You want to see the...
You're so talented. This is
picture?
crazy. I can't believe you did it in a week.
It's like a week and a half.
Goodness.
Huh?
Yeah, but you made it better.
Really? You think it's better?
Yeah, of course. Definitely. Like the sizing of everything? No, it's like, that's crazy.
So, how do you rate your design now that it's come to life?
10 out of 10. Oh, this is really good.
Do you want to try it on? Wondering if it would fit you. It'll be mega cropped on you.
It looks good. It's so funny.
Right?
I think this is the coolest thing ever. I think this is really cool.
This
is crazy. And to think back on like your first crochet project.
Do you know what my first crochet project was?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It was the trash bags.
No, I never finished that. Okay guys, this is the lore. Alex is actually the reason I started crocheting a little bit.
Am I? I know.
A little bit.
A little bit?
Because
yeah.
we met.
I'm the reason.
Look, it kind of fits you.
Yeah,
you
sure.
can wear this next time you go fishing.
Yeah.
It actually fits.
It doesn't fit. My belly button is right here.
Really? I feel like that fits you kind of well.
No. Sure, yeah. I'll start wearing that. Or I could be your like pack mule. So like when we're walking,
yeah.
I can like stand next to you.
We should, yeah, and then I'll be like crocheting.
Sure.
It was just
I
a little
don't
bit longer.
think
You wear it all the time.
Yeah.
When we met, I like wanted to, I think I told him I wanted to start crocheting and I don't know why I wouldn't, but he encouraged me to start and so he's like, we can learn together. He got his own rainbow yarn. He got his own pack of hooks. I wanted to make like trash bag recycled crochet stuff, which I never ended up doing. We like FaceTimed and like learned how to chain together and then he never crocheted again, but I clearly kept crocheting.
Yeah, because it was during COVID times, so I pretended that I was interested in crocheting. I really could not care at all about crocheting. I was like, oh my gosh, like yeah, let's do that together. Like I totally love that stuff. I would like sit there, we'd be FaceTiming, and she'd be crocheting, and I would sit there and I'd just basically just be holding the hook in my hands, and I'd be like, yeah, so.
He did like.
What's your favorite movie?
You learned how to do a
chain.
You learned how to do a chain.
Yeah, so somewhere there's like a 7-link chain out there. And look where we are now.
Yeah, and so partial credit to you. Full credit to you for this design.
Oh, this looks really good. This actually turned out like, I don't think I could have turned out any better. Yeah, it's really cool.
Thank you.
This is really, really, That's crazy.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Alex, for being the designer of this very fun creation. This was definitely a challenge, but you'll see the video. I had a lot of fun figuring out how to make the shape of it, make the pocket. This whole thing was crazy to come up with, but I'm really happy, and I think it's practical, and I think we'll probably go on a walk.
No way, you think so? You think you're gonna be using it?
I think you'll wear it, and
okay, sure.
we're gonna try it
Sure.
out. Yeah, I thought this was such a fun challenge. Thank you for designing, and if you guys want to see more videos like this or more videos with the designer over here, make sure to let us know in the comments. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye, guys!